So today we are here to honor Debbi Tawney, and she is going to be inducted into the Team Horner Group Hall of Fame. Now, if you're not familiar with the Team Horner Group Hall of Fame, I'll read some of the criteria for you. You must have a positive mental attitude. They must have the willingness to come out of their comfort zone for the team and have made a significant contribution to the team beyond their job responsibilities. They must be an ideal example of a team player. They must have a minimum service length of 20 years. I mean, that's pretty incredible, right? Especially in this day and age. Must have been an Employee of the Year award winner, President's Club winner, or other special recognition award winner. They must have retired in good standing or be functioning in a reduced role from their normal duties. So I know Debbi meets all of those criteria and more. As a special benefit of being in the Team Horner Group Hall of Fame, there's a couple little extra things. One of the main things is that all Team Horner Hall of Fame inductees will be eligible to have their children and their grandchildren participate in the Dr. Bill Kent Scholarship Program of Team Horner following the specified guidelines for the program. And this last year, everybody that applied for a scholarship got $4,000 each. And I think we gave out, I think there was about 29 of them this year that received money. So that's just awesome. Debbi, from a personal note, I arrived here at AquaCal shortly after Debbi. Maybe 20 or 25 people were working here, including my wife, Bonnie. And from the very beginning, you brought a high level of professionalism and maturity to the team. At least from what I saw. I mean, come on. No, I wasn't on those service weekend excursions with Jeff and Jim and Matt, but you know, it was a lot of fun, but it was great. You always knew how to handle the most difficult situations, and I watched and learned from how well you excelled at conflict resolution. We both found the loves of our life here at AquaCal, and we're original members of the Love Boat. Don't ever forget. I know that there are a lot of people that have a lot of things to say, so I'll be brief. You're a pleasure to work with. We just love you to death, and no words can really describe the contribution that you've made to the team and how much you've kind of been a mentor to all of us in one way or another. So I just want to congratulate you. I can't think of anyone more deserving of this honor and recognition. So thank you for all you've done, Debbi. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Bill Kent.
As you can see, my speech is even shorter than Mike's. So I just want to say thank you twice. Once from a business perspective, and then secondly from a personal perspective. From a business perspective, Debbi, thank you for being a high-impact teammate. When I think about what are the strategic competitive advantages that AquaCal has over its competitors, the number one, and I think this is a long-accepted reality, the number one strategic competitive advantage is the field service team that you have put together. So congratulations and thank you for that. The test of time is the ultimate test, my dad always said, and so 30 years later, it's pretty much a lifetime of testing, and you've passed that test in an incredible way. My second thank you is personal. The joy that you have brought Kim and myself in our lives is incredible. We have had so many ice cream experiences in more countries than you're ever going to hear about. From Austria to Switzerland to France to you name it, we've been there, and we have shared the pleasure of finding out whether or not their ice cream matched our ice cream, which is critically important. And thank goodness Dave George is here today with our Ice Creamers United trailer to allow all of you to participate in this great experience. You are an inspiration for all of those who follow you. I've been hearing talk about Debbi Tawney literally for the last 30 years, and it's always the same. She is an inspiration to me. I've heard that at least 3 times today. So congratulations on that. So, Mr. Tawney, please come up and do what you know how to do better than anybody. Oh, a hug.
You know, I don't think we talked about the agenda, about unveiling and plaques and... Well, no. So, well, let me say a couple of things real quick. I'm not going to say much. I mean, it's probably kind of obvious. I'm kind of the number one... Oops. So obviously I'm the leader of the Debbi Tawney fan club, and one of the things I want to point out, and there's no signage here, but I know it's a mouthful, but I think the Seminoles get away with it. Where do the Seminoles play football? But where? Bobby Bowden Field at Doak Campbell Stadium. It's a mouthful. Darren doesn't even like to think about it. Neither does Mike. Yeah, different ends of the state. But so you are now sitting in the Debbi Tawney Park at the Jeff Tawney campus. That's a mouthful, but in lieu of flowers, I got her a park. I want that. All right. So I got a couple other things I do want to say before I turn it over to Debbi. First of all, I couldn't be more proud of you than I am right now. Absolutely. If you're close enough to our family, then you know just how impactful, how important her love, support, and guidance has been and is to all of us in the family. But a great wife, mother, and person, and she is all of that, and I love her so because of it, is not why we're here. So to that point, we're here today because of her work at AquaCal. This is not a recognition given because of 30 years of time served. Others will achieve that, but all who do won't enter the Hall of Fame. This is recognition of 30 years of influence, of impact on who and what AquaCal is today. To Bill's point, I know our dealer, our contractor, customers are a big part of the decision process of what product brand is installed on pools. But I also know there's 2 key factors. There's more than 2, but there are 2 key factors in their decision process in making those choices. The support they receive from the vendors they choose to work with, both before and after the sale is made, and just as critically, the feedback those customers of ours receive from their customers, the pool owners, about the support they receive once the product is placed on the pool site. The commitment to offer outstanding, world-class customer support has been and is a key value for our entire team organization. But many companies profess the same. The ability to achieve that is the hard part. To achieve the reputation we have can only be accomplished with outstanding team of people who not only know the goal, they live it, they pursue it, and they know how to get there. That takes great leadership. Leadership in selecting the right people in the first place. Leadership by making sure the team understands the goal, what it means to the company, and of course you can never forget everybody's favorite radio station, WIIFM, what's in it for me. But they know that. Leadership and mentoring and training the team in the behaviors that will result in attaining the goal. And simply put, I've heard several people in the customer service department that the goal has been articulated by some as, we are why. That is why we're here honoring Debbi today, because she is why. Our customer service is why. Do I need to tell you what that means? We are why people choose to do business with us. That's been the model in customer service for a long time. I don't know if it's official or not, but it's been there, and it's real. It's a big impact to our customers. So, Debbi, thank you for making it all so, and all my congratulations and love for the honor you're receiving today. You're up. I think when we're done, we can just walk over there, and after everybody has said their piece, we can walk over there and unveil that. So. Need help with that?
No. Here we go. Well,
Here, you'll need those.
yeah, I'm going to need these. Okay. Wow. Oh my goodness. I only have 25 pages. Okay, but wait. I got to be able to read this too. The print is pretty big. Thank you, Matthew. Okay. Wow. Good afternoon. It's just heartwarming and more than a bit daunting to see everyone here today. A huge thank you to Maria. It's not loud. Okay. Is this better? Is this better? Okay. A huge thank you to Maria and everyone here at AquaCal who worked so hard to plan this amazing day. We've just gone through such an unpredictable weather event in Hurricane Ian that has directly affected many of you here today. Thoughts and prayers to all of you and your families as you continue to go through this trying time. I appreciate and am so grateful and thankful that we are able to be together and share this day. Okay, now, I would be remiss if I did not start with a quote from Gary Chisling, who could not be with us today. And I quote, "If ice cream will be served, please make sure to eat extra as if I was there." Now, that's a lot to ask, but will do, right? I know we're all aware that the ICU ice cream truck is here, and as always, it's the perfect day for ice cream. Every day. There are no words to describe how I'm feeling today, especially after hearing Bill and Mike and Jeff. Except the word nervous, you can tell that comes to mind. But I did write a brief speech, so there may be a nugget or two somewhere in there, so stay tuned if these don't blow away. Okay. It's surreal to be here. I am honored, and as I reflect on my time at AquaCal, I'm filled with such a myriad of emotions. I feel grateful to have family members here with me today. Everyone that knows me understands the tremendous value I place on family. My sons and daughters are a huge part of my world and have been on this journey with me every step of the way. Over time, they found wives and husbands and grew their families, and I tucked all of them under the AquaCal tent. And is there any better scenario than working with your spouse, you ask yourself? I met my current husband, Jeff.
I deserve that.
Here over 3 decades ago. We married, blended our families, and now, although hanging by a thread, that's what we always say, don't we, hon? No, we simply could not be more blessed in life. Seriously, and talk about grateful. Hold on, I'm prepared for this. I'm prepared for this. Okay. I want to shine a light to celebrate Jeff. Jeff has been my cornerstone and mainstay throughout all these years in so many ways. I want to thank him for all the personal joy and professional growth he's brought to me. Yes, of course, we've had work issues that have tested us, and as you can imagine, it can be difficult at times not to bring those issues home. But we remain passionate and strong as we share the same vision. We want the best for AquaCal and the best for our people that keep AquaCal thriving and healthy every day. And by the way, Jeff was the original AquaCal service tech many years ago. You can ask him about those years. He has stories. I'm swelling with pride to be recognized. When I think of all those that have served this great company, I feel fortunate to be selected for such an honor. Make no mistake, though, my success at AquaCal has been solely and without a doubt driven by our AquaCal team of professionals each and every day. I'm filled with tremendous inspiration. I've been witness to and been led by an exceptional man, Dr. Bill Kent. Our company and our value system did not happen by accident. He is no doubt our fearless leader, but he's also our chief motivator and has instilled core values into our culture. He is vested in the company, but what that means to him is different. Our company is successful because he has invested in our people. He's remained steadfast through the years, always putting us in the forefront, supporting the Color Me Healthy Wellness Program with Kim and Diane at the helm, quality over quantity, and people over profit. We saw the true meaning of that when he sold the company to us, the employees, and chose Mike Dooley to continue to embrace our culture and lead us into the future. Thank you, Dr. Bill. I am fueled by motivation to go to work each day at a company that I've called home for 30 years. 30 years ago, I simply took a part-time job at AquaCal while my sons were in school. I learned new skills and was given the opportunity to grow professionally and personally through tech, now Vistage. I grew to love manufacturing, and from what I was told at the time, to Mike's point, I added maturity to the staff, and that was over 30 years ago. What does that say about me today? Okay, moving on. 20 years ago, our field service and customer service reputation in the pool industry really started to take hold. We were an integral part, there we go. Okay. We were an integral part of why dealers were buying our product. We recruited, attracted, retained, and grew many of the talented individuals that are in our organization today. We were making a difference. 10 years ago, we had a team of service professionals in the office and in the field that made AquaCal, and certainly me, look good every day. I realized I was one of the very, very fortunate people who love what they do. And you thrive, not just survive, when you love what you do. I was motivated by a mission, fueled by our core value system, to build the next wave of leaders. And now, just remembering some of the life events over the years that we have shared. When my sons and daughters hit milestones like graduations, marriages, and births of our grandchildren, AquaCal celebrated with me. When my mother Jane was entering her final days, AquaCal gave me the type of currency that I can never repay, time with her. This was at a time when working a hybrid schedule was not a thing. I was able to have the touch points that remain so vivid in my memory, ones that could never have been replayed. Among so many other things, AquaCal has blessed me with the gift of countless friendships, friendships that grow and sustain through all the ups and downs that life presents us, the highs and the lows. And I am so fortunate to be able to work with my dear friend Barry as she leads the customer service team. Entering a new stage in my career, I've been given the opportunity to continue to contribute to the success of AquaCal. And for that opportunity, I cannot tell you how extremely grateful I am. Over the years, yes, we have had challenging business times, recessions, inflation, natural disasters, spikes and dips in business, and so much more. And we have weathered the storm. Yes, we faced adversity head-on and won way more than we lost. We've navigated a global pandemic. We dug in every aspect of Team Horner and have come out strong and ready for what the world has to offer. And yes, who knew that my love and passion for ice cream would be shared with Bill Kent, Mike Dooley, Gary Chisling, and all the fun we would share with members and auxiliary members of the Ice Creamers United. As I look out at all of you, my heart is so incredibly full. Thank you so much for this once-in-a-lifetime honor and this life-changing 30-year ride. Today, more than ever, I believe the future is bright and the best is yet to come. Thank you. Woo! Woo! How'd I do? Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Where are you going?
Okay. Was it I'm not going to sit down
No, because
now?
one of the things we do at Team Horner is we give people plaques.
No. Okay.
Lots of them. A minimum of one every 5 years. So, I wanted to present you with your official Hall of Fame and Flame. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Flame's
Hall
going
of
out.
Flame.
Okay, there you go.
It's another word for love boat, right? So, this is her plaque to commemorate her 30 years and her outstanding performance with the team and for the team. So that's yours.
Thank you.
And then we also have a mini version of that over there that we'll unveil here in a few minutes. But
Okay.
Thank
you very much.
Yes. You want to say something? No, you already did.
Yeah. I said everything. Thank you.
Thank you. But we're not done, though. There might be one or two people out there that want to say something. One or two. No time limits. So, yeah, make it quick. The ice cream's melting. That's what we were saying. I heard that. All right, so whoever wants to say something, share a memory, a recollection. Well, she's heading this way. So, but ladies first. So you get to go next.
Yeah, I'm definitely not following Linda. Okay. You did great. Okay. And I'm glad I didn't have to be your number 2. Yes, thank you. Okay. So it obviously goes without saying everything that Debbie's done for AquaCal and for each of us personally. Debbie, can you hear me? I don't have to start over though, do I? Okay. But then I got to move my paper. Okay. Or maybe you should hold it. I know, right? Okay. Debbie has built this service team and continues to find the best talent to keep it growing. That we all know. But here are some things about Debbie you may not know that some of you might appreciate more than others. So, did you know that Debbie always had nail polish in her desk drawer? So when we had runs in our pantyhose? Some of you probably don't even know what pantyhose is. Okay. And she can tell or embellish a story better than anybody I know. She's known for falling in the parking lot or walking into canoes. And she always has a determination to include ice cream on all of our outings. And she's a great problem solver, although she never could figure out why the ice cream shop wasn't open at 10 o'clock in the morning. Hey, no one else deserves this honor more than you. Congratulations.
All right. So, here we go. It's going to be good. Debbie is one of the most consistent people I have ever met. She is consistently kind, thoughtful, and caring, passionate, committed, and engaged in her work, supportive of her team and of Team Horner, wise and insightful, selfless and humble, joyful and positive, real and authentic, full of love for her family and friends, and for ice cream, of course. There's a theme to this whole thing, isn't there? No doubt, you already know and agree with all of these wonderful attributes, but there's another consistent trait that Debbie has, which makes her extra special to me. She is consistently one of the funniest people I have ever met. Debbie has the innate ability to get me crying with laughter every time we're in the same room, even via email. Witness the laugh lines. We have had many memorable moments which never fail to make me smile with each recollection. Some years ago in Lyon, we had the infamous Little People incident, which has provided endless fun and created numerous memes before we even knew what a meme was. If you're not familiar with that story, I'll let Debbie tell it to you because she tells it best. I will just mention that it's the reason we really should not be allowed to sit together. She generously tells hilarious and often self-deprecating stories which will have me giggling for hours after. Debbie's fantastic sense of humor highlights perfectly who she is, a terrific human being and a great person to be around. I'm grateful for your friendship and so happy to be here to help celebrate this very special recognition of your countless contributions to Team Horner's success. Congratulations.
Anybody else? Ladies first. That's awesome.
Just a little fan club, you know. Hi. All right. Well, congratulations. We love you so much. So we've worked together for almost 24 years. So my journey would not be the same without your wisdom, your kindness, your leadership. I can speak for many of us when I say that you have provided encouragement and support through the best and worst times of a lot of our lives. So we appreciate you having us as we have had you. Heroes come and go, but legends live forever. So thank you for being legendary.
All right, get the important stuff out first. Tissue. Yeah, I'll jump on a hog or a gator, but I cry. All right. And I had hoped to leave these sunglasses on so you wouldn't see me cry. But over the years, I got to put glasses on now. All righty. The myth, the legend, Miss Debbi Tawney. Yes, ma'am. Gee whiz. Yes. Testing 1, 2. Check, check. Oh, that's it. All right, Debbie. This dedication is truly deserved because you are all that these people have said, and some more that's going to come, I'm sure. You are just an amazing person. Freaking A. All right. Wow. 30 years. Man, do I have some stories. Where's HR? Oh, all right. We're going to skip a couple of those stories. Scratch that one. one. All right. Debbie, you are certainly the example that awesome, amazing things come in small packages because you deliver. You deliver when it counts. It's been 30 years. We celebrate a lot of victories, some losses, and I've never felt alone when I was low because you're always there in a motherly, mentoring way that just made us feel solid and supported and loved and all that good stuff. It was more than just a work environment. It was like, I say like family, but it was solid, and you were always there. Colleagues and friends, I want to say, if you're ever fortunate to receive advice from this young lady, take it, because I have over the years, and it's always done me well. I made a few choices on my own, went a little south, and she brought me back in. With all things said, I wouldn't change a damn thing working for you and with you. It's been a privilege and honor. I look for more years down the road, and thank you very much for all you've given. I have endless gratitude for you. Love y'all.
All right. Can everyone hear me? All right. So, quick story. When I started or became part of Debbie's team 18 some years ago, we were still doing the Orlando shows, and we would take all of the service team, and we were out having dinner. I might have had a little bit too much sake, and Debbie looks at me, and Jeff's like, leave him alone. He's going to be fine. Debbie said, he won't remember you in the morning. Now, Jeff remembered me, but Debbie looked after me from that day forward. She guided me, mentored me, and just showed love. And I appreciate it, and all the hard work and all the extra care that you've given. I look out at the faces in this audience, and your fingerprints are truly on so many people. You're a wonderful person, a wonderful teacher, and I want you to know that this is your day. You own it. You deserve it. Congratulations.
All right. Like my colleagues have said, Debbie, you've been amazing. Every Christmas, I have a conversation with Debbie, and it's always about the impacts. That one person in your life that you remember and you will always carry with you. So I don't start crying. I'm going to go on a different route, and I wanted to talk about legacy, like this park that's dedicated after Debbie, the legacy. The legacy that she carries with me also has been passed down to my children and will be passed down to their children. The examples, the things and the morals and the lessons that she's taught me. Was going to a parent-teacher conference. Called Debbie up. Debbie gave me all the Vulcan mind mouth things to say to the teacher. And at first the teacher was like, oh, Cody's this, this, and this. And then by the time I walked out of there, she was saying, oh, how great Cody was, how great I was as a father, and we'll work together, and everything's going to be great. Like she did every time I walked into her office. With all that said, the legacy is going to be forever. I'm grateful, forever internally grateful for what you've done for me personally and professionally. Thank you.
Okay, I'm short too. Here we go. So, I thought about trying to dress like Debbie today, but I couldn't find my black pants or my outfit completing bright pink lipstick. So thinking about today, I kind of went back and forth on whether I would speak or not. On one hand, I really wanted to express my gratitude, admiration, and respect. On the other hand, I just didn't know what I could add to this moment, because let's be honest, almost everyone here has amazing stories about Debbie. how could I add to what we've already heard? Well, I could say Bloog, but she's the only one that's going to understand that, and I got her going. Then I realized that I don't need to add, because these shared experiences, these are the magic that is Debbi Tawney. It's the Debbi Tawney experience, if you will. Quick show of hands. Who here was hired by Debbi? Keep them up. Who here has a story about what Debbi taught them, what they learned from Debbi? Right? Look at that, right? Isn't that wild? I mean, look how many people have been affected, impacted. It's by one person. And her influence doesn't stop there. It flows down as each of us live her lessons and pass them on. That's the Debbi Tawney experience. I even wrote it down, you guys. Sorry. Debbi has grown, influenced, and mentored so many of us that her mark is in the very fabric of the AquaCal way. This green and growing space is the perfect way to reflect the nature of continuous growth created by you. And it's the best place to get ice cream. Thank you, Debbi.
Oh, this looks serious. I tell you, this is serious. We got some amazing stories, don't we? Yes, between us. And also, Debbi, we know you're Jeff's sunshine, and also you're the field service team, the sunshine for them too, every day coming to work. A little closer, sorry about that. Project, okay. There you go. Jeff, we know that Debbi is your sunshine. Well, thank you for sharing the sunshine with us through the years. And you're just simply an amazing person. Jimmy Jandro said it very well. You've always given good advice, and we've always relied on your advice and guidance. And for that, we love you very much. Okay? Okay, fine.
I don't have anything to say about ice cream. I apologize. I can go back and rewrite this here.
Well, that's a black mark right there.
I know. So, I'll eat double. So, 30 years, wow, what a milestone. An incredible milestone. So, for the last 30 years, I've had the honor and the privilege to work with this lady. To most of that time to report directly to her. So, you've always been there for me, Debbi. You continue to be there for me, to support me, to support the entire service team. So you've given me so much over the years, guidance, trust, the room to make mistakes, the room to grow, and I thank you for that. You've always really been there with good advice, too. We've heard that a few times, so good advice. And you've been there to challenge me and to challenge the service team when we need it. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows, no offense to Barry, but make no mistake, this is your service team. This is your team. And you continue to serve that team by hiring amazing talent, finding talent that fits in with our Horner culture and our AquaCal culture. So I thank you for that. So the service team, along with this beautiful family that you and Jeff have here, is your legacy. Thank you.
All right, can you hear me? I've worked with Debbi for 10 years. I came to AquaCal campus through the Color Me Healthy initiative, and Debbi's always supported that, so we thank you so much for that on behalf of the teams. both here in Fort Lauderdale. Over the 10 years, I've heard many stories about Debbi. I've created some stories with Debbi, and I've done some collaborations with Debbi. The one thing I've seen over the years, and the one thing I've admired so much about Debbi, is how she seems to have a true gift of leadership in recognizing in others what they don't even know about themselves yet and bringing them to the forefront. So one time I was driving home from campus, and I thought, who is it that I've ever come across that emulates those characteristics of Debbi Tawney? Somebody that's a mentor, somebody that has a little bit of sass, and somebody that always can find those potential gifts in others. So after some thinking, I came up with something from one of my favorite classic movies. And one of the quotes that this particular person says to Dorothy is, "You've always had the power, my dear. You just had to learn it for yourself." So I want to thank you, Debbi, for your inspiration and guidance always. And I wanted to give you something in our Dorothy box. So I would like to give Debbi the Glenda Aquacal crown. It's actually a Christmas tree topper. So thank you, Debbi, for all your inspiration.
Anybody else? Phil, where are you? Phil. Phil, you had a piece of paper in your hand when you came up. Yes, you did. Your ticket. Nothing to say? I'm gonna look. I got $100 on this.
Did you win?
Not yet. We gotta hear what you say.
Am I lying?
You got $100 on it?
Uh-huh.
Well, you should have told me beforehand, man. I come from New Jersey. I'd have took a little bit of.
I'm from Ohio.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I would just like to say to Debbi, I would like to say to Debbi that she's a class act, and you get what you give. I started Aquacal on the line, and I only knew Debbi as passing by once in a while. And a few months later, I get promoted into the office. And having been born early in the 50s, in the 60s, I took typing in high school. And anybody that knows a manual typewriter, knows the keys are a little bit different than a keyboard today. I get promoted, and I'm working in this office, and my supervisor at the time was a lady named Candy, who, was okay, but she could be a little condescending. So they bring me in this office. I'm sitting there at this computer, and I'm typing away, and I'm going like crazy, and I make a mistake. I look all over that keyboard for the back key. Now, if you know a manual typewriter, it used to have a key. When you made a mistake, you just punched it backwards. You put the little paper in, you punched the thing again, erased it all, boom, boom, boom. Okay. That being said, I couldn't find the back key. So I wander into the office that Debbi shared with Candy. And I said, geez, I made a mistake. Where's the back key on this keyboard? Well, Candy's all kind of Debbi says, it's the delete key. Just push the delete. So I did that. And from that moment on, it was clear to me that she was a very good and nice person. She wasn't, there to... Now, that leads to this. One day, not long afterwards, I pass her office. Now she's in her office by herself. And, I had some business with her, whatever. I stop in, and she's sitting at her desk. I'm sitting in a chair over here to the side. And we're talking about blah, blah, blah. And she has to do something out in front. She gets up and she walks out in front of the desk. And I look down at her. Now, how do you tell somebody who's a manager when you're a nobody, hey, you got 2 different color shoes on? It's like, Deb, I got bad news for you. They were that. You can believe it. They're the same exact style. 2 different ones. One was brown, one was blue. She stayed at her desk underneath until lunchtime. Then all of a sudden, out that door and back home. That's it.
You disappointed me, Phil. Rolos and quarters.
Sorry. She still owes me money.
She brought a bag of quarters in case you brought it up. Anybody else? Hi, Jim. You'll go twice. Anybody? Okay. Oh, Gaspar. And then you.
Hola, like I was going to say, right? Well, it's not fair that you do this at the very last time because, everybody said all the good things about you. The only thing I have to say is you deserve this. This is your moment. This is your day. Enjoy it. And, you have a huge, huge heart to get all these people in your heart and to give all this advice. I'm not going to say anything else. I just was my father. She was with me all the time. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say.
Okay, I don't have anything written down. You can't write down a lot of life memories. So Debbie, she did not hire me directly, but we work together every day. So she's been there for me. So can't say much.
Wow. Anybody else? Well, I think you're right, Mike. If you wrapped all of this up, it would just be, I think it all sounds like maturity. Maturity. Which I was always blamed for coining that, and it wasn't me. I think he just admitted it was him. No. Okay. Well, if nobody else has anything else to share, I'm not going to forget that. Yeah, that is a theme, though. Besides the support and the advice and the counseling, I mean, it's ice cream that just runs through the narrative. But so yes, we're going to have ice cream for anybody that wants it back there, and we'll walk over and unveil the park plaque as well. So, Thank you all.